Humble customers sometimes take service for granted. Cardinal red and royal blue will identify the ponies, with the Irishman displaying the Notre Dame traditional blue and gold. At the present time, the respective captains, co-captains have moved out for the toss. We learned last evening from the athletic director of Southern Methodist University, Mr. Matty Bell, that SMU and Notre Dame have now signed a 4-year home-and-home series, which will start in 1953.
Ladies and gentlemen, the SMU Mustangs won the toss of the coin, so Notre Dame will kick off as the ponies choose to receive. SMU will be in the north end of the field. They'll be facing the breeze, which is 10 miles per hour south-southeast. We'll get the first scrimmage outlook in receiving the kickoff. Brady is kicking off for Notre Dame. There's the whistle and the kick. It goes down to the 15-yard stripe. Jerry Norton brings it in. Runs it out to the 20, the 25, up to the 30, and then is swarmed under by a host of Irish on the Mustang 30-yard stripe. Spread formation for SMU. The snap back to Benners. He's going into the air on the very first try. Finds his man, shoots upfield, and it is no good. Incomplete, just out of the arms of Dave Powell. And now they spread with the SMU spread. Snap back to Benners again. Here's a short jump pass across the line of scrimmage. It's completed to Benton Musselwhite. Musselwhite takes it out to the 35, and that's all. There he's cut down sharply by Jack Whelan, a defensive left halfback for Notre Dame. Unbalanced line, strong right. Benner's the deep man. 3rd and 4. He's back to pass, shoots one. It's to Dave Powell. Powell takes it on the 40 to the 42, and there he's cut down by Johnny Latner. It's a 1st and 10 for SMU. Dave Powell on the receiving end of Freddie Benner's pass. So the Mustangs have gone to the air with all their scrimmage plays. We're in the opening moments of play. The Fighting Irish of Notre Dame, the Mustangs of Southern Methodist, doing intersectional battle at this magnificent Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend. Here's the deep double wing, unbalanced line, strong right. 5-3-2-1 defensive pattern for the Irish. Benners is deep. Snap is to Benners. Benners fades to pass. Finds his man. Shoots it upfield, and it's no good. Incomplete this time for Benny White. Benners is the only man in possible receiving position for the snapback. The snap is back to Benners. Shoots a short spot pass to Rusty Russell, and it's no good. Russell drops the ball. Shannon, Pettibone, Jack Whelan, and John Latner. Here's the snap back to Benners. Spread again. He's back to pass. Shoots a long one upfield, and it is no good. Ruled incomplete. Far upfield then. Lou Miller, Johnny Pettibone, and John Latner are a double safety. There's the snap and the kick. It's a beauty going downfield inside the 20 to the 18-yard stripe. Latner has it, a sophomore from Chicago. He gives up ground to get running room. Comes up to the 20, beautiful block to the 25, to the 30-yard stripe, and is chased out of bounds by Henry Stallenwood. There was a key block turned in downfield by Dan Shannon that literally jarred a couple of Mustangs. Jack Alessandrini was also down there with a beautiful block. There was an infraction on the play. Flag is down. Notre Dame, I believe, was offside. A 40-yard kick by Jerry Norton against this 10-mile breeze. Very fine punting. SMU is going to take the ball back and accept the penalty. It was 4th and 10. The chain will be moved up 5 yards, the marker, or it will remain 4th and 5. 4th and 5. Jerry Norton checks back in there now, and we have that safety position. Bill Barrett and John Pettibone. Barrett and Pettibone, they both saw service against SMU in that great 1949 game. Line of scrimmage, the Mustang 47. That was offsides against Notre Dame. Norton kicks. This is end over end, going down to the 17-yard stripe. Taken in by Pettibone. He fakes to give it off to Barrett. Runs it back up to the 20, to the 22, and that's all. About a 5-yard run back for the Irish. Here's a flanker man to the left, T formation. Johnny Mazer is under, gives off to Neil Warden, the fullback. Warden tries his own right guard, moves for just a yard or so as the ponies stand strong. Art Robb and Herschel Forrester standing stout for the Mustangs. Mazer goes back to pass, shoots one into the left flat zone. It's completed to Warden. Warden takes it, moves to the 25, the 26-yard stripe, and he's hauled in at that spot by Bob Hook. Mazer fades back to pass. Finds his man, shoots one upfield, and it's Barrett. Barrett got his hands on the ball, but it was partially deflected by Bill Rippey, who was dropping back on pass defense, and away it went. Back it comes to the 26th. And that brings fourth down, needing 6. 4th and 6 for Notre Dame. And that brings up a punting situation now. John Latner checks in. Jim Schrader is in to snap the ball back. And Bill Barrett is back in the kicker slot. Barrett back to kick. Notre Dame, 4th, needing 6 from their own 26-yard stripe. Snap comes back. Good protection. There's the kick. A nice high spiral coming upfield, going to Joe Walker. Walker takes it on the 33, moves to the 35, out to the 39-yard stripe, and there the gold-helmeted Irish swarm him down. Here's Fred Benners in there again for SMU. Deep double wing. 1st and 10 for the Pony. Snap back to Benners. He finds his man, shoots to Henry Stahlenwerk, a little too tall for Stahly. Over his head, as Stahlenwerk was racing down the deep left flat, he was being closely hounded by Dick Szymanski, and we have a timeout called for the Mustangs. Moving from their own 39. Benners is back. Snap is to Benners. A jump pass across the line of scrimmage to Rusty Russell Jr. He takes it, moves away from one man to the 40, the 41 going laterally, and the play is good for only 2 yards. Coming in fast to stop it was Dan Shannon. Unbalanced line, strong right, double wing. Snap to Benners. He fakes to one man. Now he's a long one. Downfield to Benton Musselwhite, and he drops the ball on the 30-yard stripe in Notre Dame territory. A magnificent heave, a prodigious toss of that ball. It got over the safety man covering up on him, Szymanski, and Musselwhite let the ball get away from him. Back to the 41, brings 4th down and 8. 4th and 8. That was a tremendous heave inside the Notre Dame 30-yard stripe. Benners threw from about his own 30. On formation, Jerry Norton, or is it Rusty Russell Jr.? Russell Jr. in there to do the kicking this time. Rusty Russell Jr. aiming for the sideline. The ball is going out of bounds on the fly. The team has been able to sustain a drive. SMU has made 1 first down. Johnny Mazer is under. Flanker right. Snap goes to Mazer. Mazer gives off to Barrett. Barrett bowls his way through the middle. Crosses the 30 out to the 33-yard stripe. Mazer under in a T. Snap is to Mazer. Mazer gives off to Barrett. Barrett tries the middle. No go there. Maybe a yard push. Mazer under in the Frank Leahy T. Snap to Mazer. Mazer keeps the ball. Tries to run it, and Bob Hooks is in there to nail him. Throws him for a loss. Back inside the 30. That will be moved back to the 28-yard stripe. There's an infraction on the play. Flag down from one of the officials. Illegal use of the hands on offense. Holding against Notre Dame. Dick Hightower, one of the Methodist co-captains, is being called in by referee Raleigh Barnum. Decline the penalty. It brings up 4th down. SMU takes the play, which lost yardage anyway. Bill Chrysler and Joe Walker are a double safety for SMU. There's the kick. It's a beauty. Going far down the middle, taken by Chrysler. Chrysler is on the 28, moves across the 30 to the 33-yard stripe, and that's all. SMU has not run the ball from scrimmage. They've passed every time. Here's the snap back to Benners, double wing formation. He fades to pass, shoots one upfield, and it's completed this time to Dave Powell. Powell takes it on the 40, moves out to the 43-yard stripe, and that goes for a good 8-yard pickup. Dave Powell on the receiving end. Credit Johnny Latner with the tackle for the Irish. 2nd and 8. Actually, about 1 needed. 2nd and 1. That play picked up 8.5, almost 9 yards. We'll call it 1 needed with 2nd down coming. Fred Benners to Dave Powell. Deep double wing again. Benners back. Unbalanced line, strong right. Snap is to Benners. Benners fades to pass. Finds his man. Shoots one up to Benton Musselwhite. 45 to the 40, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, to the 20. He's going to the 15, to the 10. He's gone for a touchdown. And the Methodists have drawn first blood this afternoon with a beautiful pass play, straight up the middle. Benton Musselwhite had faked himself in receiving position between the defensive halfbacks. There was no one close to him when he caught the ball. Then he reversed his field twice, going downfield, turned in a beautiful scamper to go all the way, 57 yards. Sammy Stahlenwerk is in to kick. Musselwhite himself will hold the ball. Sam Stahlenwerk will kick for the extra point. There's the snapback, the placement. Stahly kicks. It's good, and the Methodists lead 7-0. got a ball game on our hands, folks. Still, the ponies have not run a play from scrimmage. They've passed every time. Bob, a total of 11 attempts, and they've completed 5. The 20 to the 15-yard stripe. Picked up at that spot by Paul Reynolds. Reynolds runs it up to the 20. Cuts across to the 25. Moves to the sideline on his right. Across the 30 and hit down on the 34-yard stripe. Hit on the 34. We might have an infraction. One of the officials is calling Dick Hightower, the SMU co-captain, in. No signal as yet. We'll see if the play is going to stand. Notre Dame draws yardage. 15 against the Irish. Illegal use of the hands. Holding. They'll move the ball back to the 19-yard stripe in the Irish end of the field. Make it 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Notre Dame playing catch-up now to a 0-7 score. We're in the first quarter at South Bend. Flanker right for the Irish. Johnny Mazur's under in the Frank Leahy tee. Snap to Mazur. Mazur gives off to Warden, the fullback. Warden doesn't go. He's ridden down by Bob Cadwallader and Pat Knight. All the backfields are lined up one behind the other. Snaps to Mazur. Mazur fades back to pass. Finds his man. Shoots one upfield and it's completed to the Irish on the 39-yard stripe. Jim Mutzler, the captain of Notre Dame, made the catch, and he was hit down by Rusty Russell Jr. A 1st down and 10 for Notre Dame, and that's their first down of the afternoon. Johnny Mazur firing to Captain Jim Mutzler, two-letterman senior from Beaver Falls, Pennsylvania. Now the Notre Dame Spark comes out with the fans letting go a terrific yell on this 1st down. Notre Dame on their own 39. Snap to Mazur. Mazur fakes to one man, gives off instead to Barrett, or Reynolds it is. SMU 7, Notre Dame nothing in the first quarter at South Bend. This time to Bill Barrett. Barrett goes through the left side to tackle, finds running room and goes to the midfield side. Picking up a 1st down for Notre Dame at midfield. Dick Hightower and Herschel Forrester made the stop on the play. Paul Burns and Fred Taylor on that left side for Notre Dame turned in good front line blocking. And the Irish have another 1st down. The scoreboard clock shows we have 5 minutes and 55 seconds to play. Play is in. Mazur gives the signal in the stand-up huddle. SMU has only 5 men down in the line, but they've got 3 linebackers in close. Snap to Mazur. Mazur gives off the back. Barrett is set down for a loss on the play. Bob Hook knifes through to hit him for a 5-yard cutback. Mazur under for the Irish. Snap to Mazur. Fades to pass. Finds his man. Shoots it. No good. Intended for Neil Warden, the fullback. SMU has 4 men down in that line. 3 linebackers close in. Here's the I formation. The snap comes to Mazur. Mazur fades to pass. Nobody open yet. He's being hounded by Bill Forrester. Gets away from him. Now shoots a short pass to Bill Barrett. Barrett takes the first to the line of scrimmage. Across the 50 to the 45 in SMU territory. And it turns what appeared to be a loss at the beginning into a gain. A substantial gain. About 11 yards. And that will bring 4th down needing 4. Dave Powell finally made the stop. Powell's in there playing a defensive right halfback for SMU now. He plays offensively at left end. 4th down and 4. 4th and 4, and that brings punting action. Back deep is Bill Barrett. He's 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Schrader in there to snap the ball back to him. Barrett kicks. A nice long spiral, hits on the 10, the 5, and we're at South Bend, and the magnificent. The Mustangs yet haven't run the ball from scrimmage. Snap is back to Benners. Passing from his own 20. Shoots upfield to Rusty Russell Jr. A little too wide. No good. Here's the spread. The Mustangs spread. Benners is deep. The spread is right. Snap to Benners. Benners fades to pass again. Shoots one upfield. And it's interference ruled on the play. Benton Musselwhite on the receiving end. The ball got away from him as Dick Szymanski came in to interfere with him. Interference called against Notre Dame. And the spot is the 23-yard stripe. Pass interference ruled on a short heave to Benton Musselwhite. So that brings 3rd down now for SMU, needing 7. 3rd and 7. SMU on their own 23-yard stripe. Here's the spread again. It's to the right. Benners is deep. Unbalanced line. Snap comes back to Benners. Nobody open. He's cut down behind the line of scrimmage by Szymanski, who rides him in on the 15-yard stripe. He didn't find his receiver then, and Benners, rather than take a chance on letting the ball go into enemy hands, held on. And got bowled down on the 15. That brings fourth down now for SMU. Jerry Norton and Bill Forrester at night check in for the Ponies. Fourth down coming, and the Ponies need 15. Double safety, Bill Barrett and John Pettibone for the Irish. It reverts back to third down for SMU. That's what the discussion was. It's third down instead of fourth. Third and 15 for the Ponies. The score.
Southern Methodist.
Now Jerry Norton
Is at the deep position.
in a double wing. Snaps it back to Norton, and he's going to run the ball this time. No, he goes laterally, shoots a jump pass upfield. No good. Intended for Ben White. A little too tall for him. Third down for Notre Dame, and they need 2. Third and 2. High formation. Measures under. Gives off this time to Paul Reynolds. Reynolds finds running here. He's coming downfield, going to the 10, to the 5. He's over for a Notre Dame touchdown. Running out of the I formation of Frank Leahy, found running room off his own right tackle, cut away from the SMU defenders, and then literally churned past a half a dozen SMU tacklers to reach pay dirt. Minnie Mavridis will kick for Notre Dame. There's the placement, the kick, and it's no good. Off to the left side, and SMU leads 7-6. Southern Methodist 7, Notre Dame 6. Ball game we have on our hands, 2.5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Oil Progress Week begins tomorrow. Your progress and oil progress go hand in hand. We pause briefly for station identification. The Irish. There's the kick, and it's going short to Pat Knight. Knight takes it on the 22-yard stripe, runs it up to the 30, to the 35, and is bowled down just outside the 35-yard line. 2 Irish in there after him. Bob O'Neill was the first man to hit him. Unbalanced line, strong right, snap back to Benners. Benners passes upfield, and it's no good. Out of bounds, intended then for Jimmy Hahn. There's the snap back to Benners. He fades to pass. Shoots a short screen pass. This time it's completed behind the line of scrimmage, and it's going for a loss. Henry Stollenwerk on the receiving end. He never did have a chance to pick up the wedge in front of him because John Lee and Dick Szymanski knifed through there to stop him. Dropped him on the 29-yard line for a 6-yard loss on a completed screen pass. The old wedge pass play. Stollenwerk wasn't able to get up to the wedge before Szymanski and Lee caught up with him. Third down, 16. SMU on their own 29. The Ponies lead 7-6 late in the first quarter. Snap back to Benners. Benners fades to pass. Shoots one up the middle to Rusty Russell Jr. He takes it on the 45 and is immediately cut down on the 46-yard stripe. It's going to be close for a first down for SMU. John Latner and John Pettibone made the tackle. It is a first down. Oh, they haven't moved it yet. Yes, they do. Now they move it. First and 10, Southern Methodist on the 46-yard stripe in their own end of the field. Fireball Frères. Full. Snap comes back to Benners. Benners fades to pass. Shoots one upfield to Musselwhite. He takes it on the Irish 45, moves to the 40, to the 37-yard stripe, and is cut down from behind by Johnny Latner. Benton Musselwhite looking away from the defensive halfback, taking a perfect pass, and going for a Methodist first down on the Notre Dame 37. So the Ponies are in the air, moving into Notre Dame territory. The 37 in Irish. 10 needed. SMU 7, Notre Dame 6. We're in the closing seconds of the first. Center's face the pass. He's a long one to Rusty Russell Jr. He takes it on a 15 to 10. He's gone for a Methodist touchdown. And the Ponies scored again in the air. Fred Benner to Rusty Russell Jr. And Rusty did a magnificent job of maneuvering himself into position then. It was sort of stop and go, and he kept on hooking to get away from the safety man. That he did, and he was gone beyond the last defender of Notre Dame when he took that ball sifting right down over his shoulder in a perfect arch. So SMU leads 13 to 6. And the try for extra point. Sammy Stollenwerk in to kick. Musselwhite holds. There's the kick. It's no good. Off to the right side. And the Notre Dame fans take heart as Southern Methodist misses the extra point. That could be a very important one. It leaves a 7-point margin in the ball game after Notre Dame missed their point following the earlier touchdown. So it's Southern Methodist 13, Notre Dame 6. Replay from scrimmage for the Ponies, a pass play. They've thrown how many? 19 passes, completed 10 of them for 144 yards. Reynolds takes it on the 15-yard stripe. He's the lad who went 29 yards for the Irish touchdown, out to the 20, the 25, the 30, and he's cut down on the 34-yard stripe in a whole swarm of Mustangs. Linemen are spread a bit this time. Here's a handoff to Neil Warden, the fullback. Warden on a delayed buck goes into his own left tackle, crosses the 35, moves to the 39-yard stripe, going for 5 on the try. Dick Hightower and Bob Hook provide the stopper, and there is the end of the first quarter of play. Southern Methodist 13, Notre Dame 6. And now, if you will, have a word with Bob Walker. Under, gives off to Warden, the middleman in the top of the tee, the fullback. He tries to inch through left guard, finds just a little running room, and then it closes up quickly for him. It's snap back to Mazur. Mazur gives off to Paul Reynolds. Reynolds can't go, and he's thrown for a loss of 2 yards. Cut back to his own 39-yard stripe from the 41. The Methodists had that one well figured out. 4th and 5 needed. Barrett in deep punt formation. Here's the snap back to Barrett. He gets good protection, lays his toe into the ball. It's going down, hits short of the safety man. There, Chrysler takes it on the 20-yard stripe. He fumbles the ball, and it's a Notre Dame recovery on the 23. Chrysler jarred loose from that ball, and it's recovered by John Latner on the Methodist 23-yard stripe. A bruising tackle from Captain Jim Mutzler jarred that ball loose from Chrysler. He took it on the second hop as it hit in front of him. And there's the first break of the ball game. This time it goes to the Irish. On recovering the Methodist fumble, call it the 24-yard stripe. 1st and 10 for Notre Dame on the SMU 24. And now let's see what the Methodists do. Here's the snap, comes back to Mazur. Mazur gives off to Bill Barrett. Barrett finds running room at left tackle, slides off, moves laterally down to the 20-yard stripe. And there is hit down by Bob Hook and Pat Knight. Snap to Mazur. Mazur gives off to Warden. Warden tries his own right tackle. Goes very little. 1-yard pickup. Johnny Mazur, senior T quarterback, up under. Snap back to Mazur. He's going into the air with it. Shoots a long one down into the end zone. And it is complete for a touchdown. Chet Ospotski, a converted guard, taking one in the end zone. Outmaneuvering Dave Powell, the defensive right halfback for Southern Methodist. Ostrowski hooked him beautifully, cut away from him to take that ball just before he crossed the end zone line. And so Notre Dame back in the ball game very much now, a 13-12 score, and the try for extra point coming up. Many Brady's will kick, Tom Carey will hold. This is important. Southern Methodist 13, Notre Dame 12. The try for point to come. We're ready for it. There's the snapback, the placement. Brady's kicked, it's good, and the ball game is tied. Jerry Norton's also in there. Now we're ready. There is the whistle. Brady's kicked off for Notre Dame. It's going down the left sideline, going to Jerry Norton on the 15. He's up to the 20, cuts away from one man, and then it's slammed down on the 21-yard stripe. Hit hard by 2 or 3 Irish on the 21. Spread. Snap is back to Benners. He shoots a pass into the left flat to Benton Musselwhite. He takes it on the 24 and is instantly ridden down. 2nd and 9. Red Benners, double wing formation, unbalanced line, strong right. Notre Dame has 5 men down in the line. Here's the snap back to Benners. He fakes one pass. Now shoots a long one upfield to Musselwhite. He can't quite get it. A long, long heave. Benners was standing about his own 5-yard line, and the ball was just barely out of the fingertips of Benton Musselwhite on the Notre Dame 40. That would be 55 yards in the air. That lad can heave that pigskin. 3rd down now for Southern Methodist. The ball was just barely off Musselwhite's fingertips, and he had maneuvered himself beyond the last Notre Dame defender. Benners is back. 3rd down and 9. Unbalanced line, double wing formation for Southern Methodist. Snap it to Benners. Benners fades the pass. Nobody open yet. Now he heaves one upfield to Rusty Russell Jr. He takes it on the 40, the 45, the 50, to the Notre Dame 40, to the 35, and he's cut down on the 31-yard stripe in Notre Dame territory by John Pettibone. A magnificent pass play, and Rusty Russell Jr. almost got loose to go all the way. Pettibone blocking his way on the 31 in Notre Dame territory. A 48-yard gainer. 1st and 10. Southern Methodist in Notre Dame territory. And what a football battle we've got ahead of us. Tied up score, 13-all. Unbalanced line, double wing. Benners is in there. Still the Methodists have passed every offensive play. Snap to Benners. Benners back to pass. Shoots one this time, no good. Intended for Jimmy Hahn, a little too tall and away from him. And we have a Notre Dame timeout. Timeout for the Irish. Down and 10, SMU on the Notre Dame 31. Here's a long, long pass play into the end zone. No good. Intended for Rusty Russell Jr. Benton Musselwhite was down there with him. They were crisscrossing beyond the defenders of Notre Dame. The ball was just a little bit too tall for him. Trying to go all the way in the air on that one. Benners heaving that long one. 45 yards in the air or more. Rusty Russell Jr. and Benton Musselwhite crossing each other's trail in the end zone. John Latner and John Pettibone were dropping back on pass defense. And this kind of a ball game, every play brings you up. Gasper. Here's the play. 3rd down for SMU. Benners back to pass again. Shoots this time, and it is complete in the end zone. Going right for a touchdown. Go to the lead again. Ben White on the receiving end of a 31-yard heave. He caught that ball falling in the end zone. The pass had to be perfect because Jack Whalen of Notre Dame was closely on the heels of White. The ball had to be just where it was or he didn't have a chance to succeed. And there it was. So SMU leads now 19-13. And Sammy Stollenwerk is in to try for the extra point. There's the placement, the kick, and it's good. SMU leads 20-13. Ball flat on the ground on the 40-yard stripe. Signal ready. There is the kick. It's going low downfield to the 30 to the 27-yard stripe. Brought in by Chet Ostrowski. Ostrowski keeps, moves over to the right side, gets back for running room to the 25, and is forced down on the 23-yard stripe. Now back to Mazur. Mazur gives off to Neil Warden, the fullback. Warden tries left guard, moves through to the 27, 28-yard line. Dick Hightower and I.D. Russell, the strong linebacker, stop the play. The linemen are spread a bit. Mazur's under. Snap to Mazur. He pitches out to Bill Barrett. Barrett on a crossbuck from right half. Moves inside his own left tackle. Good for just a yard, maybe 2 yards. Mazur up under for the Irish. Snap to Mazur. Mazur keeps. Goes back to pass. Gets good protection. Finds his man. Shoots to Jim Mutchler. No good. Batted away by Jerry Norton and Valjo Walker. Mutchler far upfield on the SMU 35-yard stripe. And he had alert pony defenders on him then. Jerry Norton and Valjo Walker both riding that ball down incomplete. 4th down now for the Irish, and they need 4. 4th and 4 from their own 30. Norton and Valjo Walker drop back in double safety for the ponies as Barrett goes to deep punt formation. The Notre Dame kicking style puts the punter about 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Bill Barrett Here's the snap to him. Barrett kicks. Sparrow coming upfield, hits on the Mustang 45, bounces to the 40, away from the defenders, to the 35, to the 30, to the 25, the 24, and it rolls dead. Jerry Norton's the deep man. Spread left, snap back to Norton, and this develops as a pass play. He's going to keep. He keeps the ball, runs it upfield to the 30, the 35, the 40, the 45. He's loose to the midfield side, cuts to this Notre Dame 40, and is ridden down from behind on the 38. Magnificent running play that developed as a passer. Norton started flanking along laterally, taking his time, cocking that arm back as though to throw. He developed blockers in front of him, kept the ball, and on the keep play moved all the way to the Notre Dame 38-yard stripe, where he was ridden from behind by Sam Palumbo and Johnny Lee. Herschel Forrester turned in a beautiful block upfield, as did Ike Robb, and they almost shook the lad loose to go all the way. Well, there's the first running play of the afternoon for Southern Methodist. Two men left side, unbalanced line, strong right. Snap back to Norton. Norton fades to pass, finds nobody yet. He keeps that ball again, runs it downfield to the 35, to the 30, the 25, the 20, bowls his way to the 15, and is finally ridden down at that spot. Can that lad go? Southern Methodist on the Irish 15. Single wing right. Snap comes to Benton Musselwhite. Musselwhite goes a weak side buck into his own left guard. Moves for 2, maybe 3 yards. Ridden down by a linebacker, Dick Szymanski and Sam Palumbo. Make it the 12.5-yard stripe. Second coming, call it 8 needed. They've gone for about 70 yards. Single wing right. Jerry Norton back. Norton on a weak side buck, follows his blockers into his own tackle. Moves to the 10-yard stripe. The line was strong right then. The play went to the offensive left for the Methodists, and down he goes on the 10, picking up 2.5, maybe 3. Titanic struggle at South Bend. Double wing formation. Jerry Norton's the deep man. Snap comes to Norton. Norton's going to run it. He's bottled up behind the line of scrimmage and wheel horns down in a magnificent play by Del Gander, who cut through that line from a guard position and smeared the play back out on the 18-yard stripe. That play lost 8 yards, never did generate steam. Ball on the approximate 18 and a half. Jerry Norton is back. Let's see what he calls. Here's the snap back to Norton. He's going to try to pass it over. Hasn't found the man yet. Shakes away from one man. He keeps the ball. Moves down to the 10. Up to the 4, to the 3-yard stripe, but his foot hit the sideline about the 5. And it's going to be very close. Very close for a first down. The ball just inside the 5-yard line. The chain is on the other side of the field, and they're going to have to measure it. It is a first down for the Methodists. First down for SMU on the Notre Dame 4.5-yard line. Unbalanced line, strong right. Here's the snap, comes back to Norton. Norton tries the running play, and he's swarmed under. Thrown for a loss of a couple of yards at his own right tackle. The Irish through there fast then. The first man to hit him, Sam Palumbo, a freshman from Cleveland, Ohio. Line strong right. Here's the snap, comes to Henry Stollenwerk. Stollenwerk follows blockers into the line of scrimmage, but goes nowhere. He's bottled up in a beautiful tackle from Dick Szymanski, who stood strong on defense, along with Joe Bush. Is the deep man, spread formation right. Snap comes back to Stollenwerk. Stollenwerk's going to try to carry that ball. Moves wide to the right side and regains the line of scrimmage only. That's all. Half a dozen Irish standing strong to meet him on the 6, the 5.5. And right on the very bottom of the play, Sam Palumbo. With him, Jack Alessandrini. Fourth down and goal to go. Fourth and goal. Back to Stollenwerk. Stollenwerk gives off to Rusty Russell Jr. on the reverse. Jr. is down on the 8-yard stripe. Smeared for a loss of a couple of yards as the Irish stand strong to repulse the Southern Methodist scoring threat and take over on down. To take over. Snaps to Major. Major on a quick opener to Bill Barrett. Barrett breaks into the secondary and almost to the 20-yard stripe. Yes, he does go to the 20. And is cut down by Jerry Norton in the Mustang secondary with foul Joe Walker. First and 10. Good for 12 yards on a quick opener. Notre Dame just outside their own 20-yard stripe. The score, Southern Methodist 20, Notre Dame 13, in a colossal struggle we're having at South Bend, Notre Dame Stadium. 4 men are down in that SMU defensive line. Snaps to Major. Major gives off to Barrett again. Barrett tries fine running room. There's a flag down from the head linesman. Barrett picks his way for about 3, maybe 4 yards. Notre Dame offside. 4 backfield men lined up, one behind the other. Major is under. Major gives off to Paul Reynolds, and Reynolds can't go. Big Bill Forrester is in there to bowl him down. Cut him for a loss. No, he doesn't lose. He regained the line of scrimmage and another foot or so. Bulling his way forward as Forrester made the catch on him. Second down now, and still approximately 15 needed for the Irish. Well, these 58,250 fans came out here to see a show today, and they're seeing it. Here's the play now. Benner's back for Southern Methodist. Shoots short, no good. Intended for Rusty Russell Jr. He fell short of the mark as Benners was being ridden down by Sam Palumbo, similar to the spread the Methodists used against Notre Dame in 1949. Now back to Benners. Benners shoots a pass to Benton Musselwhite. Musselwhite takes it on the 25, moves to the 20, and is ridden down just inside the 20-yard stripe. Hit at that spot and downed by Jack Alessandrini. Short of a first down by a good 2 yards. Fourth down, and there it is. And here's Sammy Stalenwork checking in. Pat Knight and Bill Forrester check in. And are we going to have a try for a field goal? Dick Benton Musselwhite will hold. He's down on his knees on the 27-yard stripe. So that ball will have to travel 37 yards. No, it's a fake kick play. It's a pass developed to Pat Knight. Knight takes it, runs it to the sideline, and is crashed out of bounds on the 17-yard stripe. It's not going to be enough for a first down. It's not enough for a first down by about a half a yard. That was a fake try for a field goal. The snap came directly to Sammy Stalenwork instead of to Benton Musselwhite, who was on his knees, ostensibly to hold. Flanker right. Here's the snap to Mazur. Mazur back to pass. Shoots a spot pass to John Pettibone. Pettibone takes it on the 23, moves to the 24, and there's cut down by Buford Partee, who turned him a complete flip. Make it the 24 and a half, and the play gained about 8 yards. Stand-up huddle. Pettibone is flankered to the right again. Mazur up under in the tee. Snap to him. He's back to pass. Again shoots this spot pass to John Pettibone. Pettibone catches the ball falling on the 34-yard stripe. Bill Rippey and Pat Knight were there to block any further progress. They didn't make a tackle because the man was automatically dead as his knees hit the ground. First down for Notre Dame. Pettibone, the flanker man, starts upfield, turns, faces back toward the passer, and stands stock still. Here's the same formation. Pettibone flankered. Here's a spot pass this time, and Jerry Norton intercepted for SMU. Takes it on the 47, to the 45, to the 40, the 35, and chased out of bounds on the 32-yard stripe. And again, Jerry Norton, with alert pass defensive, intercepts the Notre Dame pass, takes over for the Methodists, and moves the ball to the 32-yard stripe. First and 10, SMU, about a 15-yard run back, and time is about to run out on us in the third quarter. 15 seconds to play. Score 27-13. SMU leading Notre Dame. First and 10. Jerry Norton, Rusty Russell Jr., Benton Musselwhite, and Pat Knight are in the SMU backfield now. Spread to left. Snap back to Norton. Norton fades to pass, finds his man, shoots it. It's intercepted by John Pettibone. Pettibone takes it on the 20, moves to the 24, and his feet desert him at the sideline. Intended for Benton Musselwhite. The pass was a little short of him. Pettibone came racing in from safety to intercept. So the tables are turned quickly on alternate interception. Notre Dame takes over first and 10 on their own 24-yard stripe. 27-13 score. Notre Dame on their own 24. Flanker left this time. Mazur up under. No, here's a new quarterback in there. Here's a pass play upfield, and it's completed into the arms of number 71. Let's check it. Now Brady. And the passer then was Guglielmi, who had just checked in. Ralph Guglielmi, a freshman from Columbus, Ohio. Spelling Mazur, and time has run out on us in the third quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters of play, Southern Methodist leads 27-13. Guglielmi is in there at quarterback now. Shoots a pass upfield to John Pettibone. Pettibone takes it on the 39 and is immediately bowled down by Bill Rippey, who had dropped back on pass defense. It's first and 10. Notre Dame on their own 39-yard stripe. 61 yards away from the double stripe and trailing by 14 points in a 27-13 score. Southern Methodist holding doggedly to this lead. They came up here determined to upset the Irish today. Guglielmi is back. Snap it to Guglielmi. He shoots the pass to Bill Barrett. Barrett takes it to the midfield stripe and is rolled down on the SMU 47-yard stripe by Bill Forrester and Bill Rippey. First and 10. Notre Dame going into the air with a passing attack of their own. We're in the opening moments of the fourth quarter, and the Irish are trying desperately to catch up. 27-13. Southern Methodist over Notre Dame in this fourth meeting in history between the two schools. Pettibone flanker to the right. Ralph Guglielmi, a freshman at Notre Dame, is the quarterback now. Snap to Guglielmi. He's back to pass. Shoots a bullet pass, broken up by Bill Rippey and almost intercepted. Intended for the flanker man, John Pettibone. Rippey came tearing in front of Pettibone, and here's John Mazur checking. Back in. John Mazur. In for Guglielmi. Listen to the hand they're giving the lad. A freshman, 193-pounder. Ready for play. Mazur up under in a T formation. Second down and 10 from the SMU 48. Snap is to Mazur. Mazur gives off to Bill Barrett. Barrett's coming wide on a sweep to the left side. Gets away from one man. Takes off another. Bob Hooks and Dick Hightower converge on him at the sideline, but it's a substantial gain to the 38-yard stripe, and it may be good for a first down. A 10-yard pickup on the try, and it'll be close one way or the other for a first down. It is a first down by half the length of the ball. First and 10, Notre Dame moving. Southern Methodist holding on. 27-13. SMU leads. We're in the fourth quarter, less than 2 minutes deep. Flanker man right. John Mazur up under in the lay T. Snap comes back to Mazur. He passes to Pettibone. Pettibone drops the ball. There have been 63 passes tossed in the game. SMU 38, Notre Dame 25. So the air has been full of pigskin. Mazur is back. Snap to Mazur. Shoots a pass upfield. Intercepted by Val Joe Walker of Southern Methodist on the 30, and he falls on the 31-yard stripe immediately after intercepting. Intended for Paul Reynolds, who was racing down the right sideline. Val Joe Walker cut in front of him and intercepted, and that puts out the Notre Dame fire for the moment. First and 10, SMU on their own 31. Alert defensive work for the Mustangs, holding on to this lead now. So we'll see this ball flying through the air again with fireball Fred Benners. Snap back to Benners. He takes off to the right side, finds his man, shoots a long pass upfield, no good, out of bounds, just across the sideline, intended for Dave Powell. Benners is back. Mustangs have really put on their aerial circus today. Snap to Benners. Here's an intended screen pass, and Benners can't get the ball away. He's ridden down, far back downfield, inside the 15-yard stripe. The lineman allowed the Notre Dame lineman to charge through on what was to develop into a screen pass play. Benners never had a chance to get it away. He was ridden down on the 14-yard stripe. Fred Mangilardi, Jack Alessandrini, and Bob Kelly all through there. Now it's third down. SMU needs 20, 25, 27 yards. Back in front formation, standing on the end zone, or rather on the goal line. Third down, needing 27. Let's see if they're going to kick it or run it. Here's the snap back to Norton, and he does kick. End over end, low, up to the 40, the 45, bounces to the 50, away from Pettibone. Comes back on the SMU 48-yard stripe and rolls dead at that spot. Notre Dame out of the huddle. Guglielmi is back in there at quarterback now. Ralph Guglielmi. Snap it to Guglielmi. Back to pass. Shoots one. Intercepted by Dave Powell of SMU on the 38. He's to the 40 and down on the 41-yard stripe by Bill Barrett, for whom the pass was intended. And these Mustangs are throwing up a pass defense this afternoon. Each time the Irish get started, bam, there comes an SMU interception. First and 10, Dave Powell, an offensive end, a defensive halfback, intercepted that one. The fifth Mustang interception of the afternoon. So the ponies go to the attack now, and our spotters are kept busy changing offensive, defensive platoons. Double wing back, and Fred Benners is in there at tailback slot. Snap is back to Benners. Fades the pass. Finds his man. Shoots. It's too tall. Out of bounds. Intended for Benton Musselwhite. Clock stopped on all incompletions. Spread formation for the Methodists. Snap back to Benners. Benners to pass. Shoots a bullet pass to Rusty Russell Jr. He takes it on the 45, moves to the 47, and then is cut down by half a dozen Irish on the 46-yard stripe. Rusty Russell Jr. up the middle from the wingback. Benners to pass. Being rushed. shakes away from one man, carries the ball, moves it upfield to the midfield stripe, moves over to the 47-yard stripe in Notre Dame territory, and is wheel horsed down there by Alessandrini and Pettibone. First down for SMU with fireball Fred Benners carrying the mail this time. First and 10. Southern Methodist on the Notre Dame 47-yard stripe. Notre Dame in a defensive huddle. Alessandrini calling the defensive signals now. That's the 12th Southern Methodist first down of the afternoon. First and 10. SMU on the 47 in Notre Dame territory. Fred Benners back, double wing, unbalanced line, strong right. Benners back to pass. Cocks his arm, shoots a long one intended for Rusty Russell Jr. and the ball gets away from him. Sifting down into his arms, he was being covered by Bill Gaudreau. Gaudreau got just a slice of it as Rusty Russell got hold of it too, and it went to the ground incomplete. Back it comes to the 47-yard stripe, and here's Val Joe Walker checking in for Rusty Russell Jr. while the clock stopped after the incompletion. Formation, snap back to Benners. He's to pass, shoots one up the middle. It's completed to Benton Musselwhite on the 45 to the Notre Dame 41, ridden down at that spot by Dave Flood and John Pettibone. Short completion, straight up the middle. Marker moved up, the 41-yard stripe, needs 4, third down and 4 now. 69-degree temperature at the start of the game today. 10-mile breeze blowing out of the south-southeast. Perfect day for football. Absolutely cloudless skies. Here's the SMU spread. Benners is back again. Snap to Benners. He fades to pass. Nobody open yet. Now he gets away from one man, fumbles the ball. There's a scramble for it, and it... Wait a minute. We'll wait. They're piled up over that ball. It's SMU's ball. Don Cole recovers. Along with Jerry Clem. Benners was jarred loose from that ball. Now SMU draws a 5-yard penalty for violation of the substitution rule. Delay of the game. That moves the ball back to the SMU 47-yard stripe. The recovery was on the Notre Dame 48. It's fourth down coming from for the Ponies, and they need 16 yards. Fourth and 16, Jerry Norton back in kicker's position. Double safety, John Pettibone and Billy Barrett for Notre Dame. Snap back to Norton. Norton gets away a beautiful spiral kick. It's going out of bounds pretty quickly, however. Goes up behind the SMU band into the front row of the stadium. Out of bounds about the 30-yard stripe. So that will go for short yardage for Jerry Norton, giving Notre Dame possession. First and 10 on their own 30. A 23-yard kick from the toe of Jerry Norton. That ball had lots of flight left. Here's a flanker man, Bill Barrett, into the left flat for Notre Dame. John Mazur is up under in the tee. Snap back to Barrett. There's a pass play, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Dave Powell and almost intercepted again. This time, Mazur up under. Snap to Mazur. Short pass play, upfield, no good. Intended then for number 63, Chad Ostrowski. Jerry Norton came in. Ostrowski and Norton bumped together. They didn't see each other. The ball, meanwhile, sailed on by incomplete. 27-13, SMU. Mazur with a flat zone pass into the right flat to Bill Barrett. Barrett takes it, moves to the 35, and is chased out of bounds on the 36. That will go for about a 5-yard pickup. About a 5, maybe 6-yard pickup. Here's John Latner and Jim Schrader checking in for Notre Dame. Fourth down coming up. Needing almost 5 yards. Fourth, and let's call it 5. Notre Dame on their own 36-yard stripe. Barrett is back in deep punt formation. We've had 73 passes thrown in this ball game. Here's the snap back to Barrett. Barrett has to kick on fourth down. Boots, it's going short of the safety man. Hits on the 30, rolls to the 25, and out of bounds on the SMU 24-yard stripe. Now Joe Walker and Jerry Norton in double safety had no opportunity to run it back. First and 10, SMU on their own 24. Now the offensive-defensive changes are made. Notre Dame going to the defensive and SMU to the attack. Single wing right, and Benton Musselwhite's the deep man. Here's the snap, back to Musselwhite. Musselwhite fakes the pass, keeps the ball, runs to the line of scrimmage, moves a couple of yards forward, and is hit down on the 27-yard stripe. Wrestled in by Dave Flood and Sam Palumbo. Second down, 8. Second and 8. SMU on their own 26. It's always strong right for SMU. Here's the snap to Henry Stollenwerk. Stollenwerk on a weak side buck. Tries into his own left tackle. Moves to the 29-yard stripe, going for a 3-yard pickup on the play. Del Gander stops him for Notre Dame. Musselwhite, the tailback. Unbalanced line, strong right. It's a running play. Musselwhite gets to almost to the line of scrimmage. Tries to get running room by cutting back a couple of yards and is wheel horsed down by an alert front line man, John Leahy, and a linebacker, Dan Shannon. Play lost about 2. Fourth down. Fourth coming up for SMU, and they need 7. SMU got the 5-yard penalty for illegal substitution, delay of the game, putting in Jerry Norton to kick. Fourth down. So make it 12 needed. Fourth and 12. SMU on their own 22, and Norton is back in punt formation. Pettibone and Bill Badd are at double safety. There's the kick, and it's a short one coming upfield. Sidles off the foot of Jerry Norton, goes out of bounds badly. It's in SMU's end of the field, about the 37-yard stripe. A very short kick that sidled off the foot of Jerry Norton and went for only about 16 yards or so, 17. And Notre Dame takes over. The play is marked on the 38-yard stripe. First and 10. Mazer is the up man in the T formation. Snap to Mazer. He's going into the air, shoots a pass to Dave Flood. Flood takes it, moves to the 30 to the 29-yard stripe. That's Bill Barrett instead of Flood. 37 instead of 32. Dave Powell and Pat Knight stop the play, short of a first down by about 1 yard. The 29-yard stripe in Mustang territory. SMU to the defensive with 4 men down. Here's the flanker right. Mazer up under. Snaps to Mazer. He gives off to Barrett. Barrett tries for that first down on a straightaway through the middle. And it looks good. Here's the flanker man right. Joe Heath, a freshman from Covington, Louisiana. Here's the snap back to Mazer. Mazer back to pass. Finds nobody yet. He has to keep the ball. Now he does shoot a pass down into the end zone. And there's a scramble for it, incomplete. Broken up by 3 Mustang defenders who had Joe Heath well covered. Val Joe Walker, Jerry Norton, and David Powell. All 3 were on top of this freshman lad who is checked into the halfback slot for Pettibone. Here comes Guglielmo and Paul Reynolds in for Notre Dame. Mazer and Chet Ostrowski check out. So Ralph Guglielmo will be calling the plays now. Freshman quarterback. The Irish I formation this time. Line of scrimmage, the Mustang 27. Snap back to Guglielmo. He shoots a left flat pass to Paul Reynolds. Reynolds takes it at the 30, moves to the 27, and the play doesn't go anywhere. Notre Dame on the 28-yard stripe in SMU territory. Here's the Notre Dame I formation. Mazer back in there now at quarterback. Snap is to Mazer. Mazer back to pass. Shoots one intended for Bill Badd, and it's broken up by Benton Musselwhite. In the end zone. Beautiful defensive work. Barrett racing at top speed down that left sideline. Cut into the end zone. Tried to hook away from Musselwhite, but Musselwhite was not to be denied. He hung on him like a mustard plaster. Batted that ball away in the end zone for an incompletion. So it's 4th down for the Irish, and they still need a little better than 10 yards. Here they shift into a single wing right. Snap comes back to Warden. Warden hands off to Heath. Heath fades back to pass. Shoots one downfield, and it is no good. Intended for Bill Barrett. The pass was too tall for him. Bill Forrester in there to cover up on him, and the ball goes over on downs to Southern Methodist. SMU 1st and 10 on their own 27-yard stripe. The snap comes to Henry Stollenwerk. Stollenwerk goes on a left to tackle plunge. A delayed buck. He was back in a tandem with Benners. Moves across the 30 to the 33-yard stripe, and that goes for a 6-yard pickup for SMU. Credit Bill Goudreau with a stop for Notre Dame. From the Mustang 33. Flanker, no, it's double wing. Unbalanced line, strong right. Snap back to Benners. Benners shoots a short pass. It's completed to Musselwhite. No, he drops the ball. Double wing back formation. Red Benners is back. Snap back to Benners. Benners back to pass. Nobody open yet. He still hasn't found his man. Now he shoots one upfield. It's intercepted by Notre Dame. There's a fumble on the play. A scramble for it. It's taken in midair by Dick Szymanski. Szymanski moves from the 35 to the 32-yard stripe. The pass was intercepted then. Let's catch the number. 68, I believe it was. Alessandrini. First and 10 to go. Notre Dame on the 32-yard stripe in Southern Methodist territory. A pass interception, a fumble. Dick Szymanski caught the ball in midair, kept moving, and was hit down on the 32-yard stripe. First and 10. Notre Dame on SMU's 32. Timeout. Major fades to pass. Shoots one. Too tall. Out of bounds. Intended for John Latner. Major up under in the tee. Flanker man Latner into the left flat. There's a spot pass play to Latner. Almost intercepted by Dick Hightower. Broken up by the same lad. Many incompletions. When the clock is stopped. Third and 10. Notre Dame on the Methodist 32. Snap is back to Major. Major back to pass. He's run downfield as far as he can go, and it's incomplete. Intended for Chet Ostrowski. Broken up by Dave Powell and Jerry Norton. Here's a final score in a conference. Incompletions in a row. Methodist 32. Here's the flanker man into the left flat. Paul Reynolds. Major's up under in the tee. Snap is to Major. He's back to pass. Shoots one down the middle. Neil Warden. Warden takes it. Moves to the 20. To the 15. 10 yards. He's to the 7. To the 5-yard stripe. And down he goes in the arms of Bill Forrester and Pat Knight. Now Joe Walker got a slice of it. And that Warden lad refused to be down then. He's a 187-pound sophomore from Milwaukee, playing at fullback for Notre Dame. And now the Irish have a chance. 4 minutes and a few seconds to play. And they're on the Methodist 5-yard line. Score 27 to 13. Snap to Major. Major to Paul. Reynolds doesn't go. John Major gives the signal in that Frank Leahy stand-up huddle. Flanker man to the left is John Latner. Line tightens in. Snap is to Major. Major pitches out to Warden. Warden tries to run it. The line of scrimmage. To the 3, to the 2-yard line, and then is ridden down by Jerry Norton, Al Joe Walker, and Big Bill Forrester. Hit on the 2-yard stripe, and that brings third down and goal to go for Notre Dame. The Methodist putting up a gallant stand. Third and goal to go. Notre Dame on the 2-yard stripe. The SMU defensive is pulled in now to about an 8-3. Flanker man left. Major back. Snap is to Major. Major gives off to Latner. Latner busts it over for a Notre Dame touchdown. It's done. 27-20. The identical score of the 1949 game, only in reverse. This time Southern Methodist leads 27-20, and in 49 Notre Dame won it by that same score. Well, now SMU will repeat the kickoff. Can they hold that ball? 3 minutes and 30 seconds to play. Get an onside kick. The ball goes just across the 50-yard stripe and is pounced on by an SMU Mustang. Let's catch the number, 62 now. Lafitte, Darrell Lafitte, pounced on that ball as Notre Dame tried for an onside kick. Lafitte just fell on it, made no attempt to pick it up. So it's SMU's ball, first and 10 on their own 47-yard stripe. Stollenworth beats Stollenworth. Stollenworth tries to do his own left tackle. It's ridden down by half a dozen Irish. Tries through the middle, moves only for a yard or two, and goes to the midfield stripe. There's the snap back to Powell. He gets the boot away. It's a good long heave. Latner backs up for it to his own 15. hands it off to Pettibone on a reverse. Pettibone to the 20, the 25, the 30, and ridden out of bounds on the 32-yard stripe. Jimmy Hahn grabbed him and rode him down. So it's 1st and 10. Notre Dame on their own 32-yard stripe. The clock shows 1 minute and 25 seconds to play. The Irish trail by 7 points. Here's their desperate last-ditch try. They're on their own 32-yard stripe, 1st down and 10. 27-20 score. SMU leading. 1 minute and 25 seconds. Mazur is back. Mazur back to pass. Shoots one. It's completed into the left flat to Warden. Warden is cut down. Moves on upfield to the 40, to the 50, to the 40, to the 35, and then he's brought down on the 34-yard stripe. That lad refused to go down. He dropped down to one hand 2 or 3 times, but that's all that touched. So he was still in the play. Moved all the way to the SMU 33-yard stripe where it's 1st and 10 to go, and one of the Notre Dame lads was jarred up on the play, so we have an Irish timeout. Val Joe Walker coming off the field. Fred Paler jarred up on the last play. Substitute in for him is Virgil Bardash, junior from Gary, Indiana. Here's the play. 1st and 10. Notre Dame on the SMU 32 and a half. Mazur up under, fades to pass. Finds his man, shoots it. It's no good. Intended for Johnny Latner. Too tall and away from him. And Latner had 2 Mustang defenders on him, Bill Rippey and Val Joe Walker. Here's Bill Barrett checking in now for the Irish while the clock stopped. 1 minute and 5 seconds to play. Latner comes out. The 32 and a half in Mustang territory. 2nd down and 10 for Notre Dame. Mazur up under, flanker man left. Here's the snap to Mazur. Back to pass. Finds his man, shoots one down the middle, no good. Broken up by Pat Knight and Dick Hightower, and there's a flag down on the play. A flag is down on the play, and there's an infraction against SMU. Pass interference ruled against the Mustangs. Pass interference against SMU at the 27-yard stripe. SMU leading, Notre Dame trying desperately. Here's the direct snap back to Pettibone. A pass downfield, no good. Broken up by Val Joe Walker, almost intercepted. Intended for Captain Jim Mutchler. The right end for the Irish. There's another flag down on it. Hold everything. I think it's interesting to note that there's not a soul left this stadium yet. Every seat packed. Illegal use of the hands on offense against Notre Dame. SMU takes the penalty, which moves the ball out to the SMU 43-yard stripe. It's 2nd down, needing 20. 2nd and 20. Here's a Notre Dame I formation. Snap back to Mazur. Mazur back to pass. And it was actually out to Latner. Latner fades back to pass. Shoots a long one. Downfield it goes. Val Joe Walker knocks it down for SMU. Intended for Captain Jim Mutchler. That was 40 yards or more in the air. Val Joe Walker in there in good shape with Benton Musselwhite to bat it away. Back to the 36-yard stripe. It's 4th down and 41. 4th down, needing 41 yards. Jack Gunlock checks in for Bill Rippey for SMU. Gunlock's a sophomore from Breckenridge. 25 seconds to play. Here's a Notre Dame spread play. Mazur is back, trying to pass it over. Heaves a long one upfield, and it's completed, but it's not going to be enough. The receiver on it, number 75. And that would be Bob Toniff, who became an eligible receiver. He's a tackle. Toniff, an eligible receiver, moved off to the end of the line on that spread play. And as he was an eligible receiver, he completed the pass and was downed on the 42-yard stripe in Mustang territory. And at that spot, the ball will go over on downs to SMU. Henry Stollenwerk drops to one knee, freezes the ball. The clock runs out and the ball game is over. Southern Methodist has conquered Notre Dame, 27-20. The several thousand Texas rooters who are here backing the ponies today are breaking onto the field.